All right, all right, all right. Make sure my sound is right. My sound is right. All right. Okay. Hey, journeyman, journeywoman. This is the hero's journey with Dr. D. Here to encourage, to motivate, and to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others? How? By clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Because when you do this, you organically help build and grow with me so we can make a better tomorrow today. That's what you do. Ah! Help me make a better tomorrow today. And this, before we start off, I'm going to go over and put a link over into my. Good evening. Sounds good. Oh, thanks, Tito. Like that sound check. Appreciate it. Um, I say need help. Okay, bam. Okay, I put my link over into my section. I put the link in the comment section for those who want to get your 2 cents and get a metaphorical nickel back. By golly, gee Willie, go ahead and do it. Whew. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 All right. Oh. So, like I said before, hit the encourage. I didn't say this before, but hit the encourage and motivate to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better. Love you too. And to you too. All right. Today we're doing a live update of recap update and Q&A. Prison to Broadway. Prison to Broadway. And I put in a subtitle of it's a state of mind. It's a state of mind. Now, this is what I'm about to expound on. First, I'm gonna do a recap, then I'm gonna do an update, and then do a Q&A. And the Q&A, you can just go ahead and put yourself into the uh, in the back room for now, and then when I get to the Q&A, I click it on, and you can give me your 2 cents, and hey, get a metaphorical nickel. See, metaphorical. That's what I said. I said it. I said metaphorical. Okay. Let me see it. Oh, let me see. I got some sound effects. Okay. I can't hear jack. Sound effects. Sound effects. That really ticks me off a little bit. Ticks me off, but not that bad. Okay, so what it is that we're doing. Like I stated before on the 8 minute video. The 8 minute video, 8 9 minute. I had to edit the 8 minute video. I was doing. I did it while I was doing a segment called "In Them Streets." I do on my channel, "In Them Streets," and I was doing "In Them Streets" while I was on the road. I was doing "In Them Streets" while I was on the road. While I was on the road, I went home. I went home to go check out my nephew. My nephew has been recently liberated. He recently has been liberated. Okay, okay, cool, cool. Okay, let me see. I got just check the links. Just check the links. Just is available. Get on. Just put in the I got the link in the chat section. Click the link, and you should be able to get in the on the side. Okay. All right. So what I did is that I was driving down the road, and I got inspired. I got inspired to do a video clip now, and I titled it "Prison to Broadway" due to my nephew's endeavors, and it was pretty impressive. Now, this is me talking about what I was where I was going. I was talking about my thoughts and my ideas and how I was feeling while I was embarking on the experience. Because I've never been to, as I think I saw Lion King, but that's Broadway. But I've never really been to a Chicago off Broadway play before. And the thing about this is that this off Broadway is at the Steppenwolf. It's an old theater, very nice in Chicago. But the biggest thing is that it's done by Daniels. Tucson, my nephew. He spent 26 years. And when he got out, he hit the ground running. He hit the ground running. Because I feel this way. Now, I think he's on the side. He's on the side. He's in the back room, so he's gonna come in and give his take if he chooses to come on, or if he chooses to put something in the chat line. I look at it this way: is that sometimes we think that the situation that we get into, sometimes we think that's a situation that Musa. Sometimes the situation we get into are the death of us. For the most part, we think it's the death of us. We think that it's the end of us. We think that there's no way out. We think that we are living, we'll die in there. We breathe the stale air and we'll never survive, never come up to breathe. However, is being incarcerated or being a relationship that you feel there's no way out, is there really no way out? Or is that just a state of mind? Is there no way out, or is that just a state of mind? Is it that it's just an incubator creating a masterpiece to present to the world? Is it just an incubator creating a masterpiece just to present to the world? See, I'm talking about the facility that my nephew is in, but also you talk about different situations people are in, relationships that people are in, that they may think that is terrible, is bad, you should be miserable. But could that not just be an incubator so you can present yourself to the world? We always want things great, but where's the lessons at? The lessons are created in a state of mind in the middle of hell. But what peace will you create in the middle of your hell? Will you create a production company with a couple of your brothers and come out and present to a sold out house like my nephew did? But see, it wasn't luck. It wasn't by chance. It's preparation. He prepped, he practiced, he produced. There it is. He prepped, he practiced, he produced, and he got results. I was thoroughly impressed. The acting, the setup, the presentation. So I was like, in my mind, I said, I think 11 hours is, 26 years, I can give him 11 hours. Especially as I haven't went to any rest at the spot to see him. And you know what? I'm glad I did. 'Cause what do we all have if we don't have family? Buildings will be here. Dixon will be here. Situations will be here. I mean, but people, we have a time clock. We have a time clock. And the thing is with that time clock, will you make it matter? Will you make it matter? Will you make the time that you have here on earth matter? People think that, oh, whoa, I can't believe he's lost all that life. But the truth of the matter, is it possible that he may have gained? We living longer now. Y'all know that, right? People living longer. So therefore, a lot of people are not even living, and they're not even incarcerated. They're just existing. What are you doing? Are you living or are you existing? All right, that is okay. And pretty much my video, my 8-minute video, talked about uh, what I just said about how he utilized the time that he had uh, to prepare for his release, so to speak. And so he prepared. He knew he wouldn't be there forever, and he knew he was there for a while. So he used the resources that he had. He used where he was, to get all he can get so he can present. Yeah, that's what I think. However, let me let some people get on and everybody and give me your 2 cents. You may get a metaphorical nickel back. Metaphorical nickel. Now I don't know when my sound go off. I had my music playing and everything just went off. I don't know. Is it me? Y'all hear me? I know y'all hear me. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going back to my audio. Everything's up. I hear my audio, but my music just goes off. I don't know why. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I get a clap. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. So let me see. Let me see if I get a clap. Clap. I got a punch a slap. All right. All right. Okay. So my update for next week is that I'm doing another video. Generally, I do a lot of discussion and Q and A's, and I'm going back and forth with discussions for recap, update, and Q and A's. That's based on the previous video I've done. So that's why I'm doing a wrap up and a summary about the video I previously done. And the update is that I will be doing more content. You'll see more shorts. You see me more shorts. You see reviews, and I got a couple meditation videos that I'm trying to present as well as next week. And also I'm doing my live on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. All right, so that's my update for next week. Now, this is let me let people on. Let me let people on. We got people on the side, so let me see. All right, but you ain't trying to come on, huh? Let me. I got you. I got you. I can't hear your sound though. Let me see. If I got a chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got me?
I got you. Let me see if I can. Let me see. All right, now, but you don't like this right here. Let me see. Where's it at? Where's it at? All right, Eric. All right. I got you.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Sound familiar?
To me,
Yeah.
like boot camp type of stuff.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I got you. I got you. I got you. Now I got some people on the side. Actually, I got on chat. He said, Tucson, are you available to get on? Hey, Tari, are you available to get on? Because I don't see you in my. Let me put another link up here. Um, I'll put a link in the chat section, so whoever's on the y'all can get on. Uh,
Just tell them to click the link, click the link, and come on in.
just click the
Join
link.
us.
All right. Okay. 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 I put the link up. Yeah, I know you hear the music. I cut the music off. Yeah, but let me cut the music back on. But hey, Tara, you come on. Tucson, you come on. Usan, you come on. Whoever's it.
Oh,
Oh, I got a link. Let me see. I just gonna put my music on. Let me see my interior. All right, that's a cloud. What up? What up? What up?
Hey, hey,
What's up, too?
can you hear me?
I
What's
hear
up
you
with you,
perfect. Can you
Uncle?
hear me? You're doing fine. Doing
Yeah, yeah,
fine.
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can
You
hear
hear
you.
me?
I can
Okay.
hear you. Yeah,
Oh, I think
yeah.
I think your sister coming on too. This be a first. Let me see. All right. Okay.
Doing fine. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Is this the edge?
Hello.
Huh.
Hello. Let me see. Yes.
Let me see.
All right. Oh Lord, I get more. Let me see.
Hey,
Yeah. Let me go back down. Let me go. Let me screw down. All right. Okay. Okay. Jamar.
Yes, it
Uh,
is. It's me. How you doing?
doing fine. You? No, sorry. I got you.
uh,
Jamal. Jamal.
hold on, I'm trying to get my screen together.
Okay.
Trying to make
Sorry,
sure
you
it
said
come in all right.
that was you, huh? Sorry, you said that was you.
It's me.
Okay. No, I know it's you. I see you. Okay. That's okay. I got one, two, three, four. It's one. I think I got a fifth person here. One, two, three. Oh, that's me.
Okay. Uh,
Ah, okay, so I pretty much gave it. Oh, now you on tomorrow? Are you on? I can't. I can't see you. He'll pop back on.
okay.
He'll pop back on. All right. Okay. Hey, people, thank y'all for showing up on my show. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Hey, so Tito, did you get a chance to look at the video?
No, I did not see the video.
Okay, that's why I do the summary. Did anybody get a chance
What?
to look at the video?
Yeah.
Did anybody look at the video?
Yeah. I viewed the video.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's about you. So hey, so
Yeah. Yeah.
so what's your take? So on my brief summary and or the video and on the lived experience, what's your take?
Well, my take is, first of all, I appreciate putting those contexts of the 26 years in relation to you driving 11 hours. I appreciate your sacrifice, even in taking the time. It's funny because when I started this journey, man, like my only want was to not do my mother and father, not continually commit the wrong in how they raised me and be try to be the man they raised me in, in the circumstances that I was in. So that was my like my judge and my juror. Until since kind of settled within my spirit, you know, I asked myself a simple question. I say, how will my mother and father feel if I made these decisions? And so a lot of times me just being productive inside that particular in the walls where it was about me realizing that I had, you say D's up. I had a
Right.
Daniels, that name, you know, to live up to, you know. So that carried me into was able to find my purpose. I was
Okay.
able to find some sense. So it's crazy because I used to believe in this context as far as, man, jail is a place there is without love. Just think about this context. They call you inmate, and an inmate is a compound term. In meaning it resides from in a place where you reside. And mate is a French etymology. It relates to checkmate. So checkmate is death. So you reside in death, and this stigma and this word association it kind of can imbue upon your spirit. But the very thing that carry me was the prayers from my mother, my father, my grandfather, my grandmothers, you, my uncles, my sisters. So it's the very concept of love that kind of carried me through. I just think I am a manifestation of all those prayers and all those people who was really in my particular corner. And as you know, our family is a creative, and I ain't got the blessing of sing or an instrument of song. And
Right.
my pen was the answer of my therapy. My pen is how I wrestle with God in order to carve out the iniquities and and the things that was really hampering my spirit while I was incarcerated. So yeah, it's like, you right, man. Like, think about the concept of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego being purified by that level of fire, and
Right.
I truly was in level of fire that I kind of put my own self in, but relying on that core principles and the things that was instilled in me is how I kind of came to existence. My boy Bones, there you go.
Yo, what's up, brother?
This, you gotta forgive me. This gentleman right here, man, is a true trusted friend, man. Me and him have similar
No, yeah, you
value.
have to forgive me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like similar values, and like I say this often, like you gravitate what you radiate, and even a place
Right.
so dark like that,
Facts.
you tend to gravitate and pull bros like Jamil, you know,
Right.
into your cipher. So yeah,
That's correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm always
So
gonna be here to support, brother.
No, I know, I know, bro. Like, and I truly, truly appreciate it. I gotta tell you, man. Like, y'all looking at the Puerto Rican Mark Anthony right there, man. yeah, yeah, y'all don't know, man. That's
Oh
starter
man,
right there, man. That's starter, man. Like,
I'm
when he
just
say
one of
he here to
many, man.
support it, man. He here to support, man.
Absolutely.
Man. For real, for real, for real. So yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
Um, so 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 when I made the statement that from prison to Broadway, and then what came to me that is would it be valid a valid statement to say is it a state of mind or a state of being, or some people let the location or the situation create them, or do you create your own situation out of that situation?
yeah.
Does that
Well,
make sense?
yeah, I believe. Like, it's crazy because it's this concept of the still point, and the
Hmm.
still point kind of resides in us all. You must foster your light, and your light can shine wherever you at. I'm like even the story is even the search for justice. It came out of Mud Theater, which was a theater group that we found in prison. You know, and
Right.
and like I'm talking about, we won awards. There's this movie called Sing Sing, and it illustrates about a theater group inside a prison in New York, and
Okay.
and they have and they had like outside help, like they had professionals come in there and try to teach them the nuance of writing plays, but we beat them,
Hmm.
not just in 1 year, consistently, and all we
Right.
had was ourselves. Like, we continue to foster that, like, about no outside help, only just the willing participant of people like Jamil Lopez, people like King Musa, our founder like Brian Bills, Darian Benson, and all we had was our willing spirit to prove that we was better than the circumstances that we was in.
The
You
truth.
know, so like the light within you, that spark of humanity, that
Right.
God particle that exists in your being, it can overcome everything, anything.
Mm.
Just think of the context. Like, this young man right here, he was locked up. He was 14,
15.
15. I was gone 18. Uh, Brian Bills, 35 years and he exoneree. King Musa, 14 years old. Darian Benson, 17 years old. Like, and these people that rely on their greatness because it's God given.
Right.
Don't you like it was his concept with his bro. He say, man, he say they buried us, but they didn't know we were seeds. So it's like it's always in you. You can tap into you know our DNA unto itself is unique. Like, it would never be another Byron Daniels. I don't care how many bald head black men that's in our family. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. I'm holding on though, Unc. I can't like I'm holding on, but
But
yeah.
you don't get the rug. You you don't get the manscape. You get
Nah, I mean, they got Beijing now, so I can spray paint this
No,
thing.
they got some
they,
man. They got man weaves.
you
They
got
got
man
man
weed.
weed. They
They
got
You
but
get
definitely
but
do.
your what do you call
yeah,
it? Overlay. What do you call it?
yeah, the overlap. No, ain't
Uh,
no Donald Trumps over here. But you know what I'm saying? But I
that's what you
say
call
this to say that you unique unto yourself. So you and there would never be no DNA. You can have a million children, but it will not be no true replicate. They will have markers. They will have resemble. They will have resemble. But your spirit is unique unto itself. It can't nobody take that from you. A system that
Mm.
stigmatizes you,
Yeah,
it can't take it from you. But it's
yeah.
up to you to have faith. Like it's up to you to have faith and pull up out of yourself, man. So
You know,
like
you think people think now I use it because your situation is current, and
yeah,
but we all go through situations,
yeah,
and I believe that we all go through situations where the incarceration is in a little facility or is in a relationship,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and some people feel as if not saying that anything wrong with either of the parties, but something may be inside of you that needs some adjustment. And so what happens is that people think that things need to be perfect, but maybe God's just trying to perfect you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, is there anybody can stay in a relationship where everything's sunny?
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, la la la. But suppose
yeah.
you're in the middle of hell.
Just just think about that concept, right? Like like aggregation unto itself. Like
Right,
before people, human beings even grew, you had the pygmies, and the pygmies just relied on things dropping from the tree. They didn't aggregate and toy the land. But once you aggregate and toy the land, now things grow in abundance. And such is your spirit. We get all this toxicity they kind of get pushed on us. All these worldly influences they kind of get bombarded of us that we don't know how to be ourselves, our unique original selves.
right.
I don't know if prison, is the thing that broke with me and coming to my truest form of self. But I know I was purified in the fire. I did a burn. I did a burn in it. You know what I mean? Like so, it's that level of like uh the whole allegory of wrestling with God. The won't
Right,
wouldn't let Israel wouldn't let you go until you bless me. The
right,
disjointing of the particular hip. That's the anguish and agony in which when you spend 26 years away from the very people you love the most on this earth. You know what I mean? Like but I wouldn't let go. You know,
mm.
I wouldn't let go. And
So so tell me this: when was the breaking point? You said, "Man, forget this. I gotta drive. I got because I'm pretty sure when you went in, is a certain level is grief. But
yeah,
how long? How is grief as a man? You in your feelings, rightly
yeah.
so. How long did it take you to get out your feelings to get on your grind?
I can't give you an incident. I can't give you an incident. I think it was like a
No,
slow.
I'm talking about like a was 6 months, a year when you
I
went in.
mean, I was clinically, I was undiagnosed depressed for the first 7 years of my bit.
Okay, yeah,
I thought every day about doing face first off the third gallery.
I get
But
you. Yeah, yeah,
only thing I had about mind was I couldn't hurt my mother and my father like that.
yeah,
That was the only thing I couldn't hurt my mother and my father like that.
yeah. Cause you know why you couldn't hurt your dad because you got to pay him back his money.
You know how petty he is. You know, yeah. It's a the cheaper rule. You know what I'm
He's like, man, that Joker, that man,
saying?
he did
Yeah,
what? Man,
yeah. So,
did he leave anything in the cell? Get any money in the cell?
oh man,
Is
and
he
like,
left money left in the commissary?
yeah. But it was a moment like my pops, man.
Yeah.
He rarely, my pops, he hard sometimes, but he's a great person and a great heart.
Yeah.
And I started to write. I wrote this blog called The Sanctuary for a Scar Soul. And
Uh,
in it was a story like literally the first time I got to enjoy it, somebody on the second gallery was getting raped. And and it was like, man, I'm 5'5", 125 pounds at the particular time, and I got a cellmate. They're like, get that beat all the time. Like I ain't know the dude really was just trying to stunt so he go to PC. which is protective custody. He was trying to get out the cell, so he was just saying that all I see in my man, like, oh my God, it's like
Oh,
Shawshank Redemption. I
I
was
know.
like, what in the world?
Is this dude was trying to fight? Your pop said. He said every day you wake up, he want to fight you every day.
Everything. But no, that I wrote that story and I put it on a sanctuary for Sky Soul, a blog,
Okay.
and I began to find myself in that. When I detail those the scenery of the shotgun going in and the smoke being cleared and the fluorescent lights and all those things. And my pops was like, "Man, you might got something here." And that's when it started. That pen became a level of
Oh,
therapy.
that's good.
So that's when it's like I started working myself out. Like as far as I was an avid reader uh in the eloquence in which like W.B. Du Bois did in the Souls of Black Folks. I was taking it back at Toni Morrison, in the Tar Baby and the Blue His Eyes, how she tried to have this sociological aspect. It only related to that time post antebellum. I started getting to the history of Jacob Carruthers. I started like even that character you speak about, like a very in a particular play. I named him after a Mary Baraka. You know what I mean? Like Barry Rocker is this famed poet. It is like it is black communist enthusiasts. Like or John in John Henry Clark, who wrote Before the Mayflower. These people started to give me insight about what it meant not only to be a man, but what it meant a black man in America. And then like I relied on love that's been instilled to me ever since I was born on this earth. Like and that kind of cultivated my way of thinking. But it was a slow reveal to be comfortable enough with myself
Okay.
because it's this old T.S. Eliot quote, like you go around the world and you're arriving at the same point and you see it differently.
Mhm.
For me, I took the long way to get to this point. Like everything I ever needed was instilled in me.
Mhm.
Everything, So
So Jamal, how was? What about yours?
Man, mine was a long one. Honestly, it took me to understand that I wasn't gonna be afforded to live a normal life, meaning
yeah,
have the tangible life experience. So I had to get mine educational wise.
yeah,
So once I started embarking on my education, expanding my mind as far as like everything from different cultures, from different economic means, different tribals, and just understanding different concepts from all around the world, not just Americanized and just this westernized mindset. That's when my mind started expanding, grow. It took a few years, 5, 6 years into it, and it's anybody who's been through that, probably been incarcerated, they understand that there's only two things that's going to be come out of it. Either you're going to be better or you're going to be worse, and you have to make that conscious effort. And once you do, your journey's just gonna embark you on where it goes. Like you never know where it's gonna take you. Like for instance,
yeah,
look at where we
yeah,
at right now. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
where we've been at, Tucson.
yeah,
Look at
yeah.
us.
You know where we at, man. You
yeah.
know where we at, man.
The question goes: are you going to be the king on your chessboard or just a pawn?
And I
Exactly.
just literally put a post like that. It's not about how many times you win. It's about not giving up while you losing.
Yeah,
Like literally, I just
Exactly.
posted that this morning.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
with a chess piece. So
Yeah.
like that's literally all facts
He
right
said
there.
you're going to have
That's
to
just
chase me
life
around
though.
this
So
board to be a stalemate because I
yeah,
ain't giving up.
nah, can't get
Yeah.
it, man.
I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up. No, I ain't giving up.
And to take
I ain't
that
giving up.
fighting mentality. If you have to be here. If you ain't got it here, you're never
Yeah,
gonna succeed.
Yeah.
Like I
yeah,
don't care how much talent you got, how athletic you are, how much music you could do, like how much money you got. If your mental state of mind ain't ready or don't have the capacity for that growth, you still gonna be stuck growth. So it don't
yeah,
even matter. So
yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of guys go in there young and stay in that young state of mind and never grow out of it. And that's
Uh,
one of the saddest things because there's opportunities in there. They're slim and they're marginal, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's in your mindset. You got to really hunker down and focus in. You ain't got no choice. So.
yeah,
Where you are is
yeah.
where you are.
hmm
Yeah, where you are. So, do you look and say, I want to go to that prison instead of this prison? They got
I,
better toilets. I mean, come
I've
on. I
been
mean, where you
I've been
are is where
told that the last one I was just in, they said it was one of the best ones. I went down there. It was one of the worst ones I've ever been to. So it's all on you and your plight.
Yeah,
But at the
yeah,
end of the day, my journey led me there, and I ran into brothers like Tucson, and then You know, and a lot of things we created in there, and different things that we
Yeah,
did together, and it's just look,
yeah.
look, it's just it took a life on its own. So yeah, take it as it comes.
So, how long did when did Brian with the inception of the Mud Project? Did that happen with all you all, or did Brian start the
Well,
theater? Did you
well,
Brian the theater, and then y'all created the Mud Project?
well, the Mud Theater project started. It's a derivative of the Dixon Theater Workshop, and that's
Oh,
what we kind of founded in 2018, 19. He the lead he founded.
y'all found the workshop? You found the I know you found the Mud Project, but which one?
We
Uh,
founded Dixon Theater Workshop. Dixon
okay,
in which Jamil. It's hard me calling out his name, but we call him Bones. Was Bones, look, was Bones,
Bones Thugs and Harmony.
was a participant in, and not only that, Bones also co-wrote, in 2023 or 23 or 22. We had
22,
a
right,
number
right
one.
around
Yeah,
COVID
we
range.
had a number one playwright in the country through Penn America, which is the story of violence.
Story of violence.
Like he was a co-writer in that particular endeavor. But it started out with five of us. Brian proposed this idea that we come together in 2018 on the verge of 2019, that we come together and we form something that's never been done within Dixon. And through
Okay,
that, we formed the Dixon Theater Workshop. You know, and so in the Dixon Theater Workshop, we had over, I believe, seven original plays. We had like 12 different, like 15 different events between the hip hop and the music and the panels. But we was able to create this ethos of creativity, and when he got home in 2024, December
24.
13th of 2024, I was still in the joint. Uh it was Musa was out here, who was one of the five founders, and Darius Franklin, who was another one of those five founders. He like, man, let's do everything we did in there. And this man, like, he ain't just get out. He got exonerated for being wrongfully convicted
Hmm.
for 35 years.
so
So
2023. Well,
20, 2023, December 13th, 2023.
oh, then y'all got together. So let's do what we was doing in the joint.
Let's do what we was doing in the joint. I'm still locked up. Like I'm still in Robinson.
Also,
Like,
that's
like
why your feet was burning. That,
yeah, I'm still in Robinson, and he like he like, man, I'm trying to get the bud together. And he doing what he doing. So Lord, I get to work release May 15th. Not only I get to work release, but another one, this creative savant. I ain't call him savant because he's just a brilliant kid. But this phenom, Darian Benson, also was in
Hmm.
the work release center with me. And he came in 2 weeks before me. So now the whole crew, and he is another one of the original five members of the Dixon Theater Workshop. So now the whole crew home. And
so
so
you want to call us Savant because you want people thinking like you like Rain Man.
now I don't like, I ain't gonna alienate him just to be he can do some creative stuff. He's a smart kid, man. Like,
Okay,
I'm gonna give him that,
You,
but
and you
so
know what? And you know why it transcends though from inside out, man? Because it's just the message, man. When
yeah,
the best music is raw music, the best
yeah,
movies is when they uncut. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
when you giving people that raw, them real emotion that they don't see, like them real and explaining it and articulating it in a way that they never thought somebody in there could do. It's
yeah.
crazy. You
Let
remember when
me
we did it? So
Man, let me tell you, like with bro in particular, like the story of violence is a play that examines these systemic levels of oppression that created these communities of violence.
Mhm.
That's that and over. But what happened was, Bones came to me with a Obama speech. He came to me with a Obama speech.
That was
And
Obama's first speech on race
about
because
a
he never
race.
really tried to taboo it. He never tried to go there, but that was
Yeah,
his first
his
speech
first
on
speech
race.
about race. But in it, he examined about how do we get to this particular point.
Hmm.
As far as how we get through the great migration for people who was trying to escape the racism of the South, how we got here and we got ensnared and trapped into the black belts, and then how these factory jobs we it was obsolete that led to the war on drugs that led to
Yeah.
mass incarceration. And I was able to tailor the story around it. It helped with Bones, it helped with Timbo, it helped with, I forgot Timothy, I forgot
Yeah, Tim.
Tim Jones, I think his
You
name.
you
But
remember that analogy I used because it was
yeah,
I had won a little writing contest on the
yeah,
newspaper Southside
yeah,
Weekly.
yeah, yeah.
It,
He
it went
came up.
it was simple. It was just the best way to explain to somebody something that never been through, especially somebody who's never been through
Yeah,
violence. Like you try to explain white America what is violence or like how we grieve or what our traumas, they
yeah,
don't understand that, right? So
yeah,
like you have to correlate or connect something, and with them is always animals.
yeah,
They
yeah,
understand animals, right? So
Right.
I made it a quick analogy where it's like how do you in the animal kingdom, how do you differentiate the predator
yeah,
versus prey in that society, right?
yeah,
And the simplest answer is through violence, right?
yeah,
The most violent animals contain or have the majority part of the resources. So now I put that analogy to all our cities all across America.
yeah,
So now the top of the food chain has all the resources and everybody's at the bottom fighting for the rest of it, right? So that creates a continuous cycle of violence and create chaos, and they know this, right?
yeah,
And by the end of it, the long story short, the end of it, I end up putting now with me explaining to you with this analogy, if you don't understand, that's the real root of all this violence.
yeah,
Because now you're just being ignorant to it. Either
yeah.
you're complicit with it or you're ignorant to it,
That's
which is
it.
even worse to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So like it was just crazy. We was in the places, and not only did we came with this psychosis of why it is, but we also try to give an insight to resolution.
mhm.
You know, like it was just like,
Not just talk about a problem, but actual
yeah,
tangible
like
results.
I,
Yeah.
look at us tangible results. You know,
Conflict
in order to try to
resolution.
change. And these are things happen inside the places they call hell, inside the places where they say they just can throw us away. It's just like, man, it's so refreshing. It was a moment that I had at Steppenwolf, and I tell the story often. I remember when I got off the paddy wagon, and for those with paddy wagon, you go into this arraignment where you basically you go to you they'll read your charge to the judge, and they can say whether or not you was arrested. You know, within the constitutional right for most people who was fighting violent crimes, you just call with something that superseded indictment, meaning that they go to some grand jury and they surpass that rule of thumb. But anyway, I'm leading into the particular courtroom, and it's police. He looked at me, you know, and he's just
Mhm.
matter of fact with it. He said, "You know, your life is over."
Yeah.
He said, like he wasn't venomous. He wasn't no disdain in his tongue. He was just keeping it what it was. And at that time, I've always been like a fighter, but I felt like my life was over. And when I was looking at, I'm looking at all these people that love me. I'm looking at all this multicultural people that came to before, but showed
Very
that the
diverse.
Bud did a project put out there. It just caught me. Like, yeah, he was right. My life was over as that teenager, you know, but it wasn't over it completely because this is the manifestation. This is stuff that really came out the mud, So like, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that experience, man. Like y'all never know what that meant to me to come
Mhm.
home and to not feel not to be stigmatized, to not be casted as lower class, and the people that love me the most. Y'all will never know what that really truly how that really made me feel in that moment. It was because it wasn't a celebration about me. It was celebration about resilience and our ability to all come about in the mud. So like I'm just thankful for that. I'm thankful for that.
Right. We all have like everybody has different types of situations and like no, I'm not gonna involve like Tito for instance, but he's military.
Yeah. Okay.
He's military, so how would you well it's no contrast, 26 years.
Uh,
It's no contrast to 14 years. However, but I've been told in some cases when you first start military, it's like who's your daddy?
Well,
So go ahead.
I would say this. It was one thing that the brothers hit on, and it's mindset. I think I said this before on a previous YouTube. Um, like how two sons say he was 5'5" and like 120 pounds or so, 25 pounds, something like that. I don't remember your exact words. I was 125 pounds and 5'9",
oh wow.
and and um and uh and I remember a family friend. He was in the army, and his son was a Marine, and I was going into Marine Corps boot camp, and I remember him telling me that I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't be because of my small frame and my stature. And and his son was, was that poster boy Marine, what you see on the posters, nice, fit, tall, lean, muscular build, athletically built. Um, and I remember that was part of the thing that I realized in boot camp was it's a mindset. It ain't how big your muscles is or your physical physique. It's the mindset. I had a mindset of a lion where I was gonna be a conqueror. I was gonna be a ruler. I wasn't gonna let my stature, hold me back. Because for me growing up, being that size and where I grew up at, hey, you had to handle your business. You had to stand on your feet. Because you get in a fight, you get knocked down, you get stumped by people that's not even in the fight. So you had to know how to handle yourself. So it started with mindset, but my mindset didn't all the way click. I had the mindset I could do it, and I tell you, it was my first year in the Marine Corps, being away from home, and things like that. I still kind of had what we call back on the block mentality. I still kind of wanted to be like, kind of want to have that mindset of where I grew up on, and trying to bring that mindset into the environment that I was in the military. And I used to get in so much trouble, but I had good leaders. I had leaders that most of my senior leaders was remnants of the Vietnam War, and so had conflict. So they believe in taking care of you. And with that being said, they saw potential in me. And it was just one day I woke up in my barracks room, looking up at the ceiling, and I said, I got to play this game. So when I decided to play the game, and what I mean by play this game is I got to play by the rules, right? So when I changed my mindset and said, hey, I got to play by the rules, and I started educating myself and things like that, that's when I excelled. And it is just awesome just listen to both of you brothers talk, that it started with your mindsets, picking up the books, reading, expanding your minds. Now, the way y'all spoke out eloquently and stuff like that, I would have never known that y'all was incarcerated for the amount of time that you was incarcerated. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just show you how your mindset had developed, how you got into the books and you expanded your mind, and you was able to see things from a different point of view, and to see things from a different light, and you didn't let your circumstance trap you and define who you are. You redefine yourself through your mind, and that right there pushed it in your heart, where you was able to push it out to other people and to come out and be successful. So I think that's deep. That's very deep. And when you spoke on that seed thing, Brother Tucson, at the beginning, you said you was planted. I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit here. You said you was planted. That's deep. That's deep, because when you think about a seed, sometimes the ground that the seed is put in is not always the most fertile ground. But a strong seed will break the most barren ground, will pull the impossible. You see what I'm saying? So you're a strong seed, brother. You are definitely a strong seed. And a lot of that comes from the fertilization of your family, like Dr. Daniels, and how you spoke upon your parents, how you didn't want to let your parents down. That was part of that fertilization that you needed to be able to grow and to become who you are today. And I would say to both of you brothers right now, hey, y'all did y'all time, and don't let anybody in this world doubt how y'all being reformed and how and on your mind, because some people in this world will still try to challenge you and won't let you and won't let you forget your past, but you paid your debt. And only thing you got to do is just stand on who you are and continue to walk forward and keep that mind that you had while you was locked up, and keep that mind out here to show everybody that, hey, you are a change. You two are changed men. Your mind is different, and that's one thing they can't lock up. They can't lock that up. They can try to lock up your body, but they can't lock up your mind.
You,
And,
you know that there's usually and I say it like this is people like the seed. I say it's like I said in the video. Say it's like y'all just in the incubator.
mm-hmm.
Incubator. Moses was inside of the mountain for 40 years. You think about that?
Mm-hmm.
Moses was on the side of the mountain for 40 years. Yeah, that guy y'all had to do 40 years. I mean,
Say that again. What?
yeah, yeah.
Say
I
that
know, I know Moses like, I know Moses like, but God, you said I thought I was supposed to set the people free.
again.
man, man, I broke out of Egypt. I was a prince of Egypt. I was chilling.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Had AC before it was AC. Feed me grapes, and I broke out of here because I want to be with my family.
yeah, without
Hey,
question.
man.
And then I'm in this process, and that's what it is. A lot of people can't withstand the process to get to the prize, because
Yeah,
sometimes people
Man.
they don't know the prize because they so caught up in the process, and they depression takes over them, it controls them, and it's easy to do if you're in a situation. I
yeah,
mean, whether it's a situation like y'all is in or some situation other people outside, some people can't take
Mm-hmm.
it.
yeah,
Some people
Yeah.
can't take it. So the incubator is wow. Now the true thing is, wow, what God gonna do now?
yeah.
What
I
God
got
gonna
it.
do now? Because
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
reading, all the
yeah,
study, all the classes,
yeah,
all
Mm-hmm.
the relation, the years, the bonding of relationships,
Hey, man.
understanding different people's mindsets.
Hey,
Oh
man.
man, yo,
yeah.
y'all got like 4 or 5 degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, because what you have, what you all have gotten, a lot of people live a lifetime to get it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
But
Y'all are some wise young men.
yeah.
I would say, um, just make sure what you learn, that y'all keep that fire, and you push it to your community, to the younger you that you
yeah,
see,
yeah,
because it's one thing that y'all can do. Y'all can relate to them in a way that I can't.
yeah.
Yeah,
That Daniels can't, because a lot of their shoes and
I
some
can
of the
look at a
stuff
whole bunch
that
of movies.
you know, you know, to,
And you're
to
not
I
lying though, because
I
I
can
just
Shawshank
recently
on
got reached out
rewind.
for some of that stuff. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay.
some of the experiences y'all got, y'all can help prevent. Y'all can relate in a way, and let them know, you know, be real. Like I think brother Lopez, it's like I think you, I don't want to mix y'all up, but I believe you said about, now there might have been Tucson, about being raw, being real, uncut,
That was her. That
and
was her. That was Bones. Yeah, yeah,
okay, but
yeah,
that's deep. That's very deep, because it's what people need to hear. Nobody need to hear the patty cake game, because that's
yeah,
not life.
there's no
You
sense
know,
of
that's not
sugarcoating it. Speak
right,
truth.
right, right,
yeah,
right. That's exactly, my wife, because of my military background, my wife get on me because I'm straight up and I'm straightforward with what I
Don't
say and
chase
That's
say.
it.
how you
And
gotta
she
be.
say, well, you could have said it better. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. And I'm like, in my line of work, I didn't have time to sit there and try to explain everything.
Either you gonna get it or you gonna get it.
Yeah, it's you gonna get it or you gonna get it. It's life or death. That's
yeah,
what it came down to. If
yeah,
I sit
Yeah,
there and try to sugarcoat it,
yeah.
and stuff hit the fan, in a nice way of
Life
saying
is
it.
life or death. So you gotta take it with
Right,
yeah,
that serious, and you gotta match that urgency. So
right, right. So, man, keep doing the good work, man. Keep being out there. Keep your mindset that you have, and save, and continue to save your neighborhood, save your brothers and your sisters out there, and just keep fighting, man. Because y'all testimony, man, it's it's good to hear. It's good for my soul. We went down different roads, but it's good for my soul. Because you never know what your story and what your words and how it might inspire the next person, because we never know what somebody is going through.
That's
And
true.
the truth of the matter, a lot of us is a lot related in a lot of different ways, and we had some of the same struggles. And sometimes we just need to hear somebody else say, you know what, man, me too. But this is what we can do about it. This is how we can change this. This is what you could do. You don't have to go down this road.
So, Renee, do you have perspective? Renee, Tari, you want to chime in?
Huh? Yeah.
Somebody cooking.
Which one? Okay.
Yeah, that's
My
my
kids.
sister. This is my sister, Bones, right here.
Yeah.
Man, this
Hello.
I heard the dishes. Somebody cooking.
That's my daughter. She's back there washing dishes, so it's kind of loud.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of both of you guys. Tucson, it's been a long road. And like, when people, I think that sometimes people don't understand a prison sentence. It's something that the whole family does. And I tell you, people they don't even comprehend, because it's almost like a death. And when you have somebody who is your closest sibling and they do it, I felt like he had died. And it was you can even ask my husband. It was a very
Well, on that turn, I gotta go and get about here. I love you. I love y'all all.
Love you.
Bones,
I appreciate.
call me.
Bone, nice meeting you, Bone.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
All right, I'll talk to y'all soon.
Keep it up, man.
That's my boy. You already know.
Appreciate you, bro. Love.
Yes, sir. All love, brother.
Hey, Renee, you want to say something?
I'll talk to you.
Yes.
I get you off. Okay. Renee,
Yes.
did you want to chime in?
No. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dr. D, Renee was probably on his usual nap time.
Well, we can't see. He's hidden.
Yeah, he's been off the screen. He's been off the screen the last couple of broadcasts. Yeah.
I would like to ask one question.
Okay.
You see it in the movie. Tito, everybody.
Well, maybe I got to cut you up because I can't hear you.
He's coming in goggly. I heard movie, then I heard my name.
Yeah, you cut up. I just can't hear it's just goggly. Oh Lord. Okay, say it again.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
You hear me now?
go ahead.
I'm going to ask Tito. You see them.
Okay, good.
Not sure if it's accurate, but does everyone who joined the Marine have to get a tattoo, or that kind of like the thing that fraternities do?
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. People, it's hard to believe I have not one tattoo. And a lot of times when I say I was a Marine, nobody believe it. Nobody believe I retired because I don't have the tattoos and things. And my mannerism has changed a lot since my Marine Corps days, but it come out of me at times. They'd be like, nah, dude, you what? But when I start growling, they'd be like, oh, okay, I see it. I see it now. But you don't have to have a tattoo. Tattoo was one of them things I decided not to have. It's to go back to, for me, personal belief of marking the body and things like that. The only thing I ever had was my ears pierced, and that was a foolish teenage decision that I wish I could take back. You know what I mean? But I haven't wore an earring probably in like 35 years.
But they can close right up.
Yeah, you probably can't even tell I have it. I rub it, and you can kind of like feel like how I feel, kind of
Do they?
like
Do
it feel like you got like a little knot in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
But
gotta redo it. Yeah.
yeah,
do they
but
try to put pressure on you to do it, or is just something it's totally up to the person?
no, it's on the individual. And matter of fact, for the last few years that I was in, tattoos was kind of frowned upon, especially if you get like what we call sleeves, where it's all the way up and down your arm
Yeah,
and
my nephew
connecting.
couldn't go
That
in.
yeah, it's one of them things that was frowned upon. They was trying to get more of a clean boy, clean not
My
boy.
nephew
I
got
want to say, but
refused because he had tattoos.
yeah. So it's more of a trying to like clean it up. And people who had sleeves and things like that, when I was in, you had to get them documented, and you got grandfathered in at that time. But if you was a Marine and you didn't have them tattoos at the time they was doing all of that, you could have got NJP and wrote up and all that good stuff, and for your tattoos, and not be able to re-enlist when it was time to re-enlist. So tattoos not a not one of them things that you have to do. That's a personal choice.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I was just
Yeah,
curious. You know how the
yeah,
movie portrays it, but all right, cool.
yeah.
All right.
Some things they over dramatize to make it look like it's more than what it is. It's like watching a war movie, a combat, and seeing some of the stuff that happened, and be like, yeah, okay, you overdid that, and some things like, yeah, and then some things like, nah, so sometimes what they put in the movie is for the effects and not necessarily all facts.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So what's I take of the show? We're gonna wrap it up. This is a good show.
Oh yeah, I think it was outstanding for me. I mean, the two young brothers, they was very, very positive. That they I like their mindset, because like I said, I can relate to that, because that was a thing that I had to deal with, and how I became successful. Now I know that I can do anything,
Right.
possible. I can anything I set my mind to, as I'm flesh wise, anything I set my mind to, I can do it, but now as a Christian, I know it's all through God. Anything is possible through God, So I just love their mindset. I love how positive they were speaking. And like I said, I love the fact that they got in them books and they was able to educate themselves. And if you wouldn't have said that they spent the amount of time that they was incarcerated, you would never know. You would
Hmm.
never know, because they spoke well.
Did
And
you,
you know
Jamal had he had a Malcolm X cadence.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that one metaphor, like he used about wild animals, predators, and prey.
Good.
Good way to explain things,
Yeah.
for especially for someone that don't understand. And I know, for me, I got to see a lot of different cultures because of my military background, and just being around people, and we got more of an understanding. And what we realized was, we had more in common than we had difference. And a lot of stuff just be stereotypes of things from movies, or where you from, because you don't know. You only know what you see on TV, or you only know what you see from from your neighborhood, or your environment. If you would just put it like that, your environment, your community. Because I grew up in Mobile, Alabama. It was black. You was either black or white. We had a few Asians, but that was like hair stores and seafood markets, things like that. And
Mhm.
in what you call them, swamp meats and stuff. I remember, I think I said this before too, when I was in boot camp. One of the we used to use the term dark green and light green. Dark green, hey, you person of color. Light green, you Caucasian. And one of the light green Marines were recruits at the time, called one of the Hispanic guys a wetback, and the drill instructor went berserk. And IT this guy. I mean, he was just really going off, and I had no idea what that was. Not being funny, I was clueless. Now, if you would have said some derogatory that was about black or white, I would have, I would have caught it, because that was the environment that I was in. Well, what I was more accustomed to. So, so I leaned over and I whispered to one of the other recruits, like, "Hey, what does this mean?" And he was like, "Hey, that's like you been called the N-word." And I was like, "Oh, you know what I mean?"
So what did drill sergeant do?
Oh, IT them. What we call IT? Hey, push-ups now. You might have you do 10. Hey, sit-ups now. He just keep running you through stuff, and you're like chewing them out, and then he end up running them out the swab at the time. And I don't know what was after that, but it was crazy, and it just show you that environments, me not knowing, because of my environment where I was from, my community, I wouldn't know that kind of stuff. But to expound on that, once I got in and I started being around different cultures, like I said, we had more in common than we had different. And I got brothers that I call brothers that's of other colors, other race, that I'm very close to. And we don't, it seems we're more comfortable when it comes to that kind of stuff, because we go off a person's character. We learn to go more off of characters. Now, sometimes, everybody have they prejudice, to a certain extent, of when it comes to, like, I would say self-defense in a way, like you recognize, you see something, you be like, hey, it's just the truth. If you grew up where I'm from and you see somebody dressed a certain way, you kind of naturally like look at them. They might not be a threat, but you kind of look and you pay it a little bit more attention. And that's what I mean by racism in a way. We all have that self-defense where certain things, if it triggers certain things in your mindset, and that flight start kicking in, you kind of like look like, and then then you like, okay, when you realize it's not a threat, you kind of like, okay, all right, cool. And I can tell you, being here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, with a lot of veterans, half of them, you couldn't even tell that we're veterans, because some of them grew their hair down their back, some of them have dreadlocks, some of them got tattoos, some of them look like they in biker gangs, just all that different stuff. But that that goes to that ignorance of trying to judge that book by the cover, other than knowing what's inside that book. So you learn things like that too, like, wow, these are some of my brothers and sisters in arms that's running around here, and you may not think that they was retirees or they was military, veterans or something like that, just because of the transformation that they made. Because I remember I grew an afro, after I retired, because you know what, I had to always keep a high and tight, low haircut, 0 to 3 inches, you know what I'm saying? So I let my hair grow, and I let the hair on my face grow, because I could. I was always clean shaven. So I mean, it's certain things, and I always go by, a lot of times I introduce myself, I don't say my whole name, I say Tito. And a lot of people are like, why you just use your first name? Because I said, you know what, I waited all these years to get my first name back, because it was always name and rank. You know what I mean? Right. Not your first name. So I just say Tito. People like, hey, you nah, I'm Tito. I'm brother Tito, not brother. Is it whatever? You know what I mean? Right. it's brother Tito, because I like my first name. I feel like I got it back after my retirement, and that's what I want to use.
Okay. All right. That's that. So Renee, did he answer your question?
Renee fell asleep. Oh Lord.
I couldn't sound off.
Yeah, he muted.
What's that?
Yeah, no, yeah, quite remarkable story. I think it's
Yeah,
really awesome that you can have an experience like that and not be bitter. You know,
yeah,
you come out and actually make things better. I think that's exceptional.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The Prison of Broadway. They
yeah.
filming next month.
That's awesome, man. Because hey, you need to let us know when they actually release it, where you can get it on Netflix or
I'll
whatever.
send you the clip. They have a clip of the documentary.
Hmm.
The clip of it that's coming out on Netflix. I'll see the clip.
That'll be it. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a very positive thing, and we need more of that.
Yeah, the play's real good. A lot of passion came out of it. A lot of passion.
Hmm.
Because he pretty much wrote it.
And
He had to change up the play. He was gonna do the play that he wrote for the Penny Award, but he changed it up for a month. Well, like to address the need for the social justice of. He just changed it up. He's a writer.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's legit. That's legit. Hey, it's just like when you public speak, you have to know your audience, right?
That's right.
So it's the same way, man. You got to know your audience.
Whoever's
So
paying you, adjust.
I respect that. I respect that. But hey, I appreciate that subject of the night, and let your nephew and his friend Lopez let them know that hey, keep up the good work and keep the fight going, and don't let nobody try to define them
Right.
because they done redefine themselves, and
Yeah.
they took it sounded like they took accountability, and now they showing their responsibility. Yeah.
That's
So
good. That's good.
yeah,
All right. In last words, was that your last words or
yeah, that was my last words.
Renee?
Hey, same thing. You know me. I always like to end it on Jesus, the Savior of the world. Jesus Christ. You don't have to try to say the Hebrew name. Because
Yeshua, I'm a she.
Um,
Yeshua HaMashiach, the
I
Mashiach,
said it.
Messiah.
I'm a, I'm a
You said,
Shia.
hey, sounds good to me. The Messiah.
Yeshua, I'm a Shia. Huh?
Or just say the only begotten Son of God, born of the Virgin Mary. That's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, Yeshua, I'm a Shia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you
I
can't
said it right.
pronounce that, just say yeah.
Yeah, right.
all right, brothers.
All
I'll
right.
see y'all same time, same back channel next week, I guess.
Yeah. All
Hey, how
right.
come it's daylight where you are? Oh, is that a green screen behind you?
What you
Who,
say?
Tito?
me? Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
night where you are, right?
Yes, it's night.
Oh, okay. All right,
I'm
got it.
in North Carolina, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's night.
Yeah. Hey, Dr. D, how much snow y'all got in y'all area?
Oh man, last night it was thin, but it came down late. But so it got 14 degrees. It was thin. Ain't no snow now. It was
Okay.
light.
Yeah,
Well,
we got 6 inches here. They didn't shut down school for the
Oh
rest of
no,
the
yeah,
week
y'all
here,
shut down.
man.
Yeah, no, yeah. The
yeah,
kids did this.
we got about 3 inches here.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it started snowing like 7 o'clock, and then this morning I didn't really go out that much, but the street was clear.
Hmm.
It's cold, but the street's clear. Other than that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Keep it clear.
Yeah.
All
Our,
right, people.
our, our streets were still kind of like iced over. They did the main roads. I ain't go nowhere, but in
Not either.
my subdivision, it's still kind of like ice over. I'm like, if I ain't got to go nowhere, I'm cool. But hey, to God's
What
glory.
state are you in?
I'm in Jacksonville, North
You
Carolina.
in Mississippi?
No,
No,
I'm in
no, North
Jackson,
Carolina.
North Carolina,
Oh,
Jacksonville.
North Carolina. Oh, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, people.
All right. Y'all
Have a
have a
great
good
week.
night,
Have a
brothers.
great weekend. Take care. God bless.
All right.
All right.
Bless.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Very timely show. Talk about from prison to Broadway. A couple of stars of play come on the show and expound on their experiences and the impact that their their stay had on their work. So, if you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others out by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking at. Well, no, that's not why. if you find any value in this content, how about you? Let me see. I'm trying to put this thing up before you leave. If you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Because when you do this, you organically help grow with me and build with me so we can make it better tomorrow, today. That's right, make it better tomorrow, today. And I just want you all to know that you are important. And you are important. And please don't spend your life existing and not pursuing a purpose. And please don't spend your life looking in the rearview mirror. So every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never look back. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. This is the Hero Journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings. And you look to your left and right on the replay. You should see a different playlist. You see a meditation playlist, in the streets playlist, purpose centered playlist. So check it out. And if you need anything further, go down below. Go to my a hero, a hero6.org and give me a call. We can talk about what systems that we can help you with. So this is the Hero Journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings. And we are